This is SportsCenter.
The NFL is finally here, and Week 1 kicked off with a Thursday night clash between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams to start off the season. We had craziness in Cincinnati between the rivals, the Steelers and the Bengals, with no one able to make a kick for anything. And that game got out of hand and came down to a last-second kick. And then a giant upset by the New York Giants over the Tennessee Titans. How did they pull it off? We'll get into all of that and more here on SportsCenter. A great Week 1 for football here. I'm Malachi here for ESPN. Today we'll be going over the highlights from all of Week 1, from the Giants making a crazy run right at the end of the game. Let's get into all the highlights from the games, and you'll just have to see for yourself. To start it off on Thursday night, the Bills and the Rams would go mano-a-mano. We'll start off here in the first quarter. Josh Allen throws a dime to Gabriel Davis for a touchdown here early on. We'll move on to the second quarter. Matthew Stafford comes back with an absolute dime to Cooper Kupp. Look at him get the toes in. Amazing catch. The Bills, how will they respond here in the third? They hit Isaiah McKenzie for a touchdown. And after a Josh Allen touchdown after that, how will the Rams respond to try to get back? It's an interception too high, and the Bills stun the champion, Super Bowl champion Rams with a 31-10 blowout, courtesy of Josh Allen. And Stephon Diggs with the touchdown. You already know what he's got to say.
I like turtles.
And a great win for them and the Bills as they knocked off the Rams. The next game we had was the Panthers taking on the Browns. We'll start you off in the fourth quarter. Baker Mayfield hits Robbie Anderson for a dime of a touchdown to bring the game close for Mayfield. A great return against the Browns, as it is his first game on the Panthers. And after a stop, the Panthers get the lead on a field goal, and they think they might have this wrapped up. But no, the Browns drive back down the field, and it was a rookie kicker who would hit it in, and the Browns knock off the Panthers. Here are some of your bigger scale wins. The Bears crushed the Niners 19-10. The Dolphins took care of the Patriots 20-7. Ravens win by 15. Eagles knock off the Lions. It wasn't close, but the Lions tried to close it near the end, but to no avail. The Chiefs demolished the Cardinals. Vikings crushed the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers struggles with his receivers, and the Buccaneers 16-point win over the Cowboys. We had some pretty weird plays, though, in Week 1. Here you are at the end of overtime in the Texans versus Colts game. They decide for a screen pass to try to get 90-plus yards. They don't even get back to the 25, and this game ends in a tie between Houston and the Colts. Just makes no sense if that's what you're going to do. And then we also have the Falcons versus the Saints. Will Lutz here makes a field goal to get them the lead over the Falcons. The Falcons come back, 63-yard field goal attempt, and it gets blocked, and the holder tries to run. Just sloppy playing by both teams. Now let's get back to the actual teams that came to play. Bengals, Steelers. We'll start you off 9 seconds to go. Burrow looking for his open receiver, who drops the wide open touchdown over the middle. And who will Burrow go to this time to try to score a touchdown? Old reliable Jamar Chase with the clock expiring to possibly win the game. You would think all you gotta do is kick the extra point. But no. Mika Fitzpatrick sneaks through, blocks it, and sends the game to overtime. All he had to do was make the extra point, but instead it goes to overtime. And once again, McPherson misses a field goal, as well as Chris Boswell, the Steelers kicker, would also miss one. But then, right to finish the game, Boswell, field goal, right at the end of overtime, and the Steelers squeak out an upset over the team that went to the Super Bowl. And a crazy one. Then we had the Giants and the Titans, an upset. Daniel Jones finds, I can't remember who this guy's name is. He's only his second touchdown ever. I believe it was Dave Myrick. And then they have to go for two. And what do? They flip to Barkley. Looks like he almost doesn't make it, but then he flies in. And the Giants pull off an upset over the Titans. We'll finish you up in Washington, the capital, the Commanders versus the Jaguars. Under 2 minutes to go. Carson Wentz unloads perfectly to the rookie Jahan Dotson, who would get his second of 2 touchdowns on the day, clearly showing out for the Commanders. On the 2-point attempt, Carson Wentz hits J.D. McKissick, and he gets in for the 28-22 ball game. How will the Jaguars respond? And this is how they'll respond. Trevor Lawrence gets rushed out to his left, just chucks it, and gets picked off by Derek Forrest. And that would be the game. The Commanders, now the only NFL franchise to ever never lose a game so far. And a crazy game. As that will wrap up this week's edition of ESPN SportsCenter weekly wrap up for the NFL. I hope y'all enjoyed. This is Malachi signing out. We'll see you guys next week.